This is one of the Japanese paper balloons, identified by the code name Paper. The unit carries up to 4 10-pound incendiaries and a central payload of about 60 pounds of incendiaries or anti-personnel HE bombs to drop on the west coast of the United States and Canada. It is then supposed to destroy itself. Several defective units, however, have come to Earth at various locations. Some of these have been recovered, sufficiently complete for detailed analysis and investigation. Back plots from available data indicate that the balloons are released in Japan, probably from the Nagoya district, at about 30,000 feet under prevailing wind conditions reaching velocities of about 100 miles per hour. It takes approximately 4 days to make the crossing during the winter months, when wind velocities are highest. During the rest of the year, velocities drop so greatly that a successful balloon crossing would be rare. These units have been found in areas ranging from Alaska all the way south to the Mexican border. The balloon unit has a paper gas bag, 64 rope shrouds about 40 feet long, and an automatic ballasting and firing control. The ballast consists of sand in paper bags. The payload is usually made up of incendiaries and possibly one or more anti-personnel HE bombs. The material of the bag is 5-ply rice paper, about 8/10,000ths of an inch thick. Paper strength is 69 pounds per linear inch when dry and about 37 pounds per linear inch when wet. It has 1/10 the permeability of American rubberized balloon fabric. When the bag is inflated, the paper has a load of only 7 pounds per linear inch, or 1/5 the strength of the paper. The total weight of the bag is about 150 pounds. The bag is 33 feet in diameter and holds 17,500 cubic feet of hydrogen gas. The escape valve is of the single disc type, 17 inches in diameter. It is made of pressed steel and has a rubber gasket for a seal. Pressure is regulated by a spring. Release pressure is set for 9/10 of an ounce per square inch. The valve is mounted on a 3-leg spider bracket. This is the business end of the balloon, an extremely ingenious device for maintaining a fixed altitude of 30,000 feet and for dropping the payload. It consists of an electrical source, a demolition block, a box containing 4 aneroids, fuse jacks, switches, blowout plugs which support the bags used for ballast, incendiaries, and a central payload. The ballast drops away in this manner. Sandbags, incendiaries, and central payload are suspended by means of T-hooks which fit between the blowout plugs. Though they are intended to fire in pairs, blowing either one releases the T-hook. Let's take this ballasting control mechanism apart and see how it's made up. First, the fuse to the demolition block is pulled out. Then the plug from the battery to the aneroid is disconnected. Now, both the battery box and demolition block can be lifted out. Here is the platform on which the battery box and demolition block made their Pacific crossing. The demolition charge is a 2 1/2 pound block of picric acid detonated by a fuse. This charge is supposed to destroy the ballasting mechanism. The battery case consists of 3 celluloid-like boxes, and airspace provides some thermal insulation. A 20% solution of calcium chloride in the middle box acts as a thermal overcoat and is sealed by a rubber plug. The solution helps to ward off freezing of the battery at night and excess heating during the day. The battery within a third box puts out 2 volts and about 10 amps on short circuit. It is a lead-acid wet cell type with 5 plates. Spacers maintain a uniform airspace between the outer boxes. The aneroid plate is now taken out. These are the aneroid barometers. The master aneroid is in the center of the board. The 4 aneroids are connected to the battery by wire leads. This aneroid is set for about 27,000 feet. The setting can be adjusted by turning this screw. This one is set for about 20,000 feet. It works on a straight make and break contact and can also be adjusted. This one is set for between 13,000 and 20,000 feet and controls only the payload. The master aneroid, covered with a cap, controls the dropping of the ballast. Unlike the other 3, it does not close the circuit at a fixed altitude, but only when a preset pressure decrease occurs. These are the aneroid bellows, which expand with a decrease in pressure. Attached to the bellows is this post, which, in turn, moves the arm through contact at this friction clutch. The arm is pivoted here. When the post rises, the arm is raised, and the contact is opened. When the bellows pull the post downward, the arm closes this contact. Some of the units are different in that all aneroids are covered instead of just the master aneroid, as on the board to the left, as a further protection against weather, no doubt. In addition, some covers have a triangle painted on them. The aneroid marked with a triangle is wired in series with the other aneroids and is set to remain open up to 8,500 feet before it makes a contact. This is undoubtedly for additional safety in launching. The difference is easily detected because the contact rod is above the contact loop. When the balloon is launched in Japan, this plug is pulled, igniting the long launching fuse, which takes about 55 minutes to burn through to the first jack plugs.